Imagine waking up and your bank says, "You can't take your own money," the day the doors closed. Your money is not your money. That is the lesson Lebanon learned. It was a hard lesson. It was a brutal lesson. It arrived without warning on a Tuesday in October 2019. Banks shut their doors. They did not open them again for 2 weeks. When they did, the world had changed forever. The money people had saved their entire lives was gone. It was not stolen by a masked robber in the night. It was taken in broad daylight, by the very institutions that promised to protect it. This was not a simple bank holiday. This was a seizure, a betrayal on a national scale. How did this happen? The answer is simple, yet complex. It is a story of cheap money, bad rules, deep-seated corruption. For years, Lebanon's economy was not a real economy. It was what experts called a Ponzi scheme. The state was borrowing huge sums of money, mostly from local banks, to pay its bills. The country spent far more than it earned. It had a massive public debt. To keep it going, banks needed fresh deposits. They offered incredibly high interest to attract money from home and abroad. The central bank played a key role with financial engineering to keep the pound pegged to the US dollar. It felt stable. Imports seemed cheap. Life felt affordable. But the foundations were cracking. The government was not reforming or building a productive economy. When new dollars slowed, the house of cards began to wobble. To stop total collapse and protect themselves, banks locked the doors. The peg broke. The illusion was over. The currency collapse was not just a headline, it was a disaster that entered every home. Before 2019, one US dollar was about 1,500 Lebanese pounds. By early 2023, it was over 100,000 on the street, 98% of value wiped out. A salary once worth $2,000 a month became worth less than $30. Imagine the price of bread. Imagine fuel. Imagine medicine. This rapid impoverishment destroyed the middle class. A man named Samir, a retired school principal, told his story. He had saved his entire life, a pension and a dollar account for old age. Instead, he could not afford his heart medication. His savings were trapped. What he could withdraw was worthless. He felt shame, he felt anger, he felt betrayed. The social fabric began to tear apart. The story of Lebanon is a harsh warning. It shows how fast a society unravels when trust breaks and systems fail. The memory of this betrayal must not fade, because the same ingredients, extreme debt, weak regulation, elite corruption, are not unique to Lebanon. The shock pulled back the curtain on a rotten core. First, there must be real accountability, justice, and prevention, not revenge. An independent, international audit must follow the money. Those who moved money out while locking everyone else's in must be held responsible. Citizens must organize and demand transparency and break corrupt links. While the state failed, communities stepped up with food, medicine, support. Do not put all your faith in a single opaque system. Diversify where possible. Real assets versus paper promises. A fair economy needs two pillars: holding the powerful to account and empowering citizens.